Good day, beautiful people. So, when I talk about various articles and various topics, I do my best to give you guys my opinion and factual information. When I see this, racism towards migrant workers in Nova Scotia on the rise due to misinformation, I want to help you guys find the correct information out there and where you should be directing that anger. Now, we all come to know the Temporary Foreign Workers Program, where Canada's looking towards those who are foreign workers wanting to come to Canada and offering them housing and guaranteed jobs if they sign up for this program. What they don't tell you, and it's kind of common knowledge now, is the sheer amount of employers who are heavily abusing the system. With just the first quarter of this year, fines rose by 36%, charging employers who are abusing the system up to $2.1 million. Even though we had an investigation showing just the amount of abuse a lot of workers are experiencing, such as underpay, very poor living conditions and all that, some people are finally coming out and actually saying just how bad things were. You gotta remember, it was very scary for these people to come out and say what was going on because the employers will basically blackmail them with their green card and say you either do this for this much pay or we're kicking you back out. It's not just employers who are exploiting them. In a CBC Marketplace investigation, they saw in Ottawa driving schools were selling shortcuts and insurance discounts to help get people on the road faster by allowing them to exploit the system but at an additional cost. They knew very well that this was illegal and their target was those who are new to the country, who may not know the system and are just trying to stabilize their income by securing themselves a vehicle. Now this goes into far deeper than that, but this is just a nutshell. If you want to direct your anger anywhere, direct it to two locations. One is directed to the government of Canada, who took so long to realize that their foreign workers program was being heavily exploited, and they weren't really using the statistics from every province to know where they could send people, causing the situation to be how it is now. Second, blame the employers. Yes, the Temporary Foreign Workers Program was to help mitigate the lack of employment that was happening during the end of the pandemic, but these employers heavily abused every loophole they could find. Through that program, they were getting a full-time worker and they only had to pay part-time, but they had to follow certain guidelines, such as waiting 30 days for the job bank up on 3 job bank websites, but they were doing all what they could to get employees through the program first rather than hiring locally. And yes, using this website above, you can actually see all the employers who apply for the LMIA, which is what they needed to hire employees through the program, and see exactly which positions they were hiring for. Let's stop with the growing racism towards migrant workers. These people are simply just following the government of Canada's offer for job security and housing across Canada. Direct your anger towards the government of Canada and the employers who are heavily exploiting the system just to save a few dollars.